Yellowstone National Park in the United States is home to more than 300-million-year-old supervolcanoes that have shaped the Rocky Mountains. Its massive eruptions have left behind vast deposits of ash and pumice, covering an area larger than Connecticut and Rhode Island combined. But when will it erupt again? Can we predict when this behemoth will blow its top? Or is it all just a matter of chance? Welcome to our channel, where today we explore Yellowstone's whispers, predicting the next super eruption. The story of Yellowstone is one of fire and ice, of creation and destruction, of life and death. It has been the stage for some of the most violent events in Earth's history, and yet also provided a canvas for some of the most beautiful landscapes. From the geysers and hot springs to the canyons and forests, Yellowstone is a testament to the power and beauty of nature. But beneath this idyllic surface lies a sleeping giant, a supervolcano that has the potential to unleash hell on Earth. And as we learn more about its past, we may be able to better predict its future. Yellowstone National Park is a place like no other. Covering more than 2.2 million acres in the northwest corner of Wyoming, it is home to more than half of the world's active geysers, as well as a whole host of other geothermal features such as mud pots and fumaroles. The park is also home to a variety of wildlife, including bison, elk, wolves, and bears. But these attractions come at a price. The park is also home to a supervolcano. The Yellowstone Supervolcano is one of the largest in the world. Its most recent eruption was so powerful that it left behind a caldera, or a large crater, which now makes up the park's namesake Yellowstone Lake. The volcano is considered to be overdue for an eruption, and scientists are constantly monitoring it for signs of activity. But what would happen if the volcano were to erupt? The answer is not pretty. A super eruption at Yellowstone would be catastrophic. The explosive force would be thousands of times greater than that of the Hiroshima atomic bomb. Ash and debris would be thrown into the air, blocking out the sun and causing global temperatures to plummet. Pyroclastic flows, which are extremely hot and fast-moving mixtures of gas and solid matter, would race down the sides of the volcano, incinerating everything in their path. In short, a super eruption at Yellowstone would be one of the worst things that could happen. But despite the danger, people are still drawn to the park. In fact, more than 4 million people visit Yellowstone National Park each year. They come to see the geysers, the wildlife, and the stunning scenery. They also come to ski, to camp, and to hike. But they also come to see the supervolcano for themselves. Despite the danger, people are fascinated by the power that lies beneath the surface of the Earth. Yellowstone's history is a long and violent one. The first eruption of the supervolcano occurred around 1 million years ago. Since then, there have been two major eruptions, one around 3 million years ago, and another around 640,000 years ago. These eruptions were so powerful that they left behind vast layers of ash and pumice. In fact, the ash from the most recent eruption is still visible in the form of the park's colorful hot springs and geysers. But it wasn't just the size of these eruptions that was impressive. The amount of material ejected from the volcano during these eruptions was staggering. During the largest eruption, an estimated 500 cubic miles of material was blown sky high. To put that into perspective, that's enough material to cover the entire state of Florida with more than 10 feet of ash. But despite the violence of these eruptions, life quickly returned to Yellowstone. Plants and animals began to flourish in the area once again. And today, the park is home to a thriving ecosystem. This resilience in the face of disaster is one of the things that makes Yellowstone so fascinating. One of the most iconic features of Yellowstone National Park is its geysers. Geysers are created when water seeps into the ground and is heated by magma. As the water rises back toward the surface, it explodes out of the ground in the form of steam and hot water. Yellowstone is home to more than 500 geysers, more than any other place on Earth. The most famous of these is Old Faithful, which erupts every 90 minutes or so. But geysers are not the only geothermal features found in Yellowstone. There are also hot springs, mud pots, and fumaroles. Hot springs are created when heated groundwater flows out onto the surface of the Earth. Mud pots are created when hot water mixes with mud and silt. Fumaroles are created when steam and gases escape from the Earth's surface. All of these features are powered by the same thing, the heat from the supervolcano. In addition to being a source of geothermal activity, Yellowstone is also home to a number of active faults. Faults are breaks in the Earth's crust, along which rocks have moved past one another. Some of these faults are responsible for the earthquakes that can sometimes shake the park. Yellowstone is located in an area known as the Intermountain Seismic Belt, which is one of the most seismically active areas in the United States. Earthquakes are a natural part of the landscape in Yellowstone. In fact, the park experiences about 1,000 earthquakes each year, most of which are too small to be felt. However, there have been a number of large earthquakes in the area in the past. The largest earthquake ever recorded in the park was a magnitude 7.3 quake that occurred in 1985. All of these features make Yellowstone a unique and fascinating place. It is a place where the Earth's inner workings are on full display. But it is also a place of great beauty. The geysers, the hot springs, the canyons, and the forests make Yellowstone one of the most popular national parks in the United States. As we continue to learn more about Yellowstone, we may be able to better predict when the supervolcano will erupt again. Scientists are working to develop new tools and techniques that allow them to monitor the volcano more closely. One of the most promising developments is the use of satellites. Satellites can be used to monitor changes in the shape of the volcano, as well as changes in the frequency and intensity of earthquakes in the area. One of the most important things that scientists are looking for is an increase in the rate of magma production. Magma is molten rock that is found beneath the surface of the Earth. When the rate of magma production increases, it can cause the pressure to rise inside the volcano. Eventually, the pressure will become so great that it will cause an eruption. Scientists are also looking for changes in the gases that are emitted by the volcano. When the volcano is quiet, it emits mostly carbon dioxide, but when it is active, it emits more sulfur dioxide. It is important to note that even if scientists are able to predict when the volcano will erupt, it will be very difficult to do anything about it. A super eruption at Yellowstone would be so destructive that there is no way to prevent it. The best that scientists can hope for is to give people as much warning as possible. In the event of an eruption, the first thing that would happen is the release of a large amount of ash and debris into the atmosphere. This would cause widespread damage to buildings and infrastructure. The ash would also cause the collapse of the respiratory system, leading to respiratory failure. The debris would also cause significant damage to aircraft and vehicles. The next thing that would happen is the release of pyroclastic flows. Pyroclastic flows are extremely hot and fast-moving mixtures of gas and solid matter that can travel at speeds of up to 100 miles per hour. They can also reach temperatures of up to 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Anything in their path would be incinerated. Finally, there would be a tsunami. The eruption of the volcano would cause a large amount of water to be displaced, leading to a tsunami. The tsunami would cause widespread flooding and damage to coastal communities. So what should you do if Yellowstone erupts? The answer is not much. If you are in the immediate vicinity of the volcano, you should try to get as far away from it as possible. If you are further away, you should monitor the news for updates. Some people might think that a super eruption at Yellowstone is just a matter of chance, but this is not the case. There are signs that precede an eruption, and scientists are working hard to identify them. By learning more about Yellowstone and its history, we may be able to better predict when the next super eruption will occur, and that knowledge may save countless lives. Thank you for watching. Tell us your thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with our latest videos. See you next time.